What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, and thank you all so much for contributing to Who Goes There, 2nd edition. A rousing success. I'd say we did pretty good for 2nd edition. Don't you think so, Hearn?
I think so. I mean, apparently it just knocked everybody else off their feet except for me. I'm the only one here.
I'm the only one here. Brendan's the only one here. I'm off camera, though, so you guys can't really see me unless I do that.
I'm coming.
Anthony will be here in a moment. Jesse and Rick will show up. Probably Nate might show up, too. So anyway, yeah. Hearn, why don't you look up our final numbers there?
All right, let's see here. Just actually close that out. Probably every person on the stream knows it before I do.
Probably so.
Let's see. Give me a drum roll. Final numbers. Yeah, show it to me. Numbers. $508,411.
All right.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer jumped in right at that time. Yeah. That's not bad, guys.
That's not too shabby
at all. What was D6?
I want to say 468 something. I could be wrong about that, but I think it was something around there.
So, what's been our highest?
The first Who Goes There was the highest.
Yeah. Orphans?
Or
was it the first, or was it Who Goes There?
D6. Who Goes There, D6. No, Who Goes There, this Who Goes There, D6, Orphans, Stuffed. I think that's right.
So yeah, not too shabby at all. So we thought we'd jump on here and just answer some Q's and A's. Maybe give you guys some sneak peeks at stuff coming down the pipeline.
Where's everybody at?
You're here. Rick is coming. Anthony will be here in a minute. That's going to be Anthony's turn. Why don't you jump over here?
Now that I've already touched it, cool.
Yeah, we'll lick it next time, would you please? We are at 37.
No, should I say where are we at here? So
Oh, yeah,
you're
you'll
good.
be- yeah.
All right.
You'll be right in there. Jesse has joined us. Patrick, of course, says 0.05% of the total for Disastronauts. Yeah, Patrick, sorry. That did not
It's close.
happen this
Real
time.
close.
We really thought me and Britt had dibs going on. We thought we were gonna.
Scoot in a
Okay.
bit more, Jesse, so they can, there you go, so they can actually see you. So, yeah. Overall, I think a really good campaign. I think you guys asked for entirely too much, and we gave in to way too many of your demands.
So this is so
But,
different than usual.
You know, yeah, but
This
what
was
else
nothing
to
like
say?
our other campaigns.
Folded like a cheap card table about 50 times.
And yet we don't listen to our backers.
Void Angel says, for the love of all that's unholy, please make the FU design available as a t-shirt. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but thank you for bringing that up, Void Angel. We do now have t-shirts, phone cases, coffee mugs, and burden pillows, all available at certifiedablestudios.com/store. If you guys haven't gone over there, definitely go check it out. We're doing a soft open right now. We'll probably make a video here in the near future about some of the stuff that's coming out, but we've got a ton of D6 shirts. We've got Dog Mud, Disastronauts. We've got a lot of chibi stuff on there, so you guys should be happy at least for another week until you start
Is that
making
stuff
more
on
demands.
there? I haven't even looked at that yet.
What's that?
The
Good
chibi
stuff.
stuff is on there?
Yeah, chibi shirts.
I didn't even know that
Oh,
was
is
on
it
there.
the Weighted to Wumbles?
Weighted to
shirts?
Wumble.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, those.
okay.
Yep, all that good stuff. Let's see what else.
Man, we're normally allergic to making money. Like, that's awesome. We're actually going to make some money now with the stuff that we created.
Cyber Tanewa says, thank you so much for D6 from little old New Zealand. My 10-year-old and 11-year-old boys love it.
They are way too young to be playing that game. They don't even understand that game.
I think they do. And
Whatever.
that's the problem.
Now, Brent and I, now that this is over, have intentions of doing the playthrough video.
Yes.
We're talking about doing the pop-ups and all that stuff. So that's on its way.
Yep, that'll be coming fairly soon. We just got announced today that the state of Mississippi is under a, a stay-at-home?
Is it Mississippi or Jackson?
Mississippi
Mississippi.
as a whole
Awesome.
this Friday at 5 p.m. So there may be some changes for the next 2 weeks. It's a 2-week stay at home. So we'll inform you guys more as more stuff comes down the line.
That is a
but-
lot of online playing.
Yeah, I'm probably doing some Twitch streaming, maybe some video games and stuff. We'll figure out some things that we're gonna do, but we're definitely not dropping off the board. We're going to keep bringing out content. So
Coffee
you guys
and I
don't
will be video gaming, but not streaming.
I
You'll
will be
never see
doing
us.
a different kind of streaming. If you would like to DM me, I will send you the link to that.
Hearn just started an OnlyFans account. So you guys have got that to look forward to. And now Hearn is going to type in what is OnlyFans and get a real nice surprise.
No, I'm not going to do that. I've learned never to Google anything you say.
I will be peeing in the toilet.
CD Marie says, all I want in the world is a plush Disasternaut. It's good to want things.
Man, they're
So
jumping.
what I'm hearing is if there were a game, she wouldn't want that.
Right, she doesn't want a game, she just wants a plushie.
Right.
Fine.
Sorry, Patrick.
Well, we do have a phone case for you, CD. If you have a Samsung or an iPhone, we do have a Disasternaut phone case, a Disasternaut coffee mug.
And I've already started
and a
updating the
shirt.
coffee mug.
That reminds me of something. I have not even told you all this yet.
You're pregnant.
Is it me?
I don't think that's a side effect of what's
Okay,
currently
so
going
be
on.
it.
We need a dog mug, coffee mug.
Well, he has a dog. I don't know. Have you pulled the one?
I pulled it.
Okay, there was one on there. It was clearly a white ceramic mug with the black wrap around. I didn't like it because dog mud is
All black.
jet black,
Gotcha.
and it looked like a white mug with a wrap around. So
I mean, I like that. I love the dog mud because that's that you pour your whiskey in your coffee. That
a
way,
dog
but
mug.
The dog mug.
That'd be
You know,
really
if
cool,
whiskey
yeah.
could drink coffee, it would drink dog mug.
it would drink. If whiskey could drink, it'd drink out of a dog mug.
Screech
If
says, I would
whiskey
love
could
to
drink
cuddle
itself.
with a Sugar Pony stuffed animal. We do have a Sugar Goat stuffed animal
Yeah.
on the store, so you can have that for a while now, Screech.
I'm sure that'll be on back of the kid, or if it's on the store. It don't matter.
How'd the call with John Carpenter go?
Nate needs to edit that down.
Nate is working on that right now.
It was not
went.
good.
It went. That's all I'm going to say.
It did not go well.
St. Mooney says, can we get an OnlyFans code in the box? The code for Hearn's OnlyFan is, oh God, oh God. So that's one word.
It's a religious channel.
I did bump that.
Did you just bump
I
it?
just bumped it.
Oh my goodness.
People
All
are
right.
already asking
Yeah,
you
I
about
think
the
it's
contest. Like early on, Fish Cube asked you about the
Find
contest.
out.
They were like
Switch over
itching.
to Anthony Cam right now. We're going to see how it looks. Oh, yeah, you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, no worries.
All
All right. Off the Anthony Cam.
You have it swapped. You can go back and forth.
Yep.
Oh,
I got my little controller right here, baby.
Look at you.
We
You're
big
all
time now. I bet
advanced.
you knew. So,
I feel like there's no social distancing on that end, and yet I feel like I should have a cold right now. Like what?
great.
All
Where's
right.
that for, Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
It also feels like it's about 110 degrees in here, so everybody probably feels feverish.
Mooney says, I know John Carpenter's just spending his retirement days playing a load of video games. See if you can play something with him. Yeah, Carpenter's a big video game fan, and I would
Apparently
I
a
would love
homebody,
to.
from what I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Loves
Homebody,
video
but I
games.
didn't know he was a
Especially
video
stuff
game.
like Last of Us
Oh,
and
I
things
love
like
Last
that.
of Us.
Yeah, he likes the
Story
thematics.
driven.
Obviously tailored to his likes, like his stories.
Oates says he wants a dog mud water bottle. We looked into that.
Dog mud doesn't go in water.
Yeah,
bottles.
it would clog it up. It's not right.
It's the puberry of manly beverages.
Well, it's like saying I want dog mud to come in strawberry. It's like, nah, ain't gonna happen.
You want to know where Key is?
Yeah, Kavita wants to know where Key
He
is.
is not here. He
Yep.
is quarantined.
Key is quarantined at
According
home.
to his mom, he is not allowed to go out until she feels
Oh,
it's
bless
safe.
his mother.
Yeah.
Bless
that
bless
woman.
his mother.
In more ways.
She didn't
than
say
one.
she was staying home. She was just like, you are.
Yeah, I think she's off in Hawaii now.
That's my baby.
How many of you guys out there backed the Sugar Ponies that we just put up
I
today?
How many of you want to be on my hate list? That's what you should
Yeah.
ask. In this game, we're talking, and it does look like the plan is to make it only available. The unicorn cotton corns are only available April Fools. The theory being, if someone had to sell their soul to make the first game, it's only available on Halloween. So if you're going to buy this when you're only a fool for April Fool's Day. So get it while you can, otherwise you're going to be waiting a year.
I think we may have a special guest on the stream somewhere. Is Miss Caldwell watching? Miss Caldwell said she might be watching.
Angela says she'll back it in the PM. It is in the PM, Angela. What are you talking about? How dare you?
Crazy foreigners. Oh, speaking of Caldwell, do you have those 10 ones we're going to name? We might as well name it here.
I do.
How many we got one?
What's that?
How many we got watching?
We have got 48.
Okay, so 48 get to hear it first.
All right.
So these are for the canned goods?
Yeah, this is what Jesse and I talked
hundreds.
about it. We had how many? We had a lot. Like it was well over 100.
Yeah, I
And,
think 112 was our
Okay,
final
100.
tally.
here's the thing. We've got some discussions to go through. Some of these are going to be as is. Some of them are going to be tweaked a little bit. So we have not made the final decisions. What we're going to do is tell you the 8 finalists and the 2 honorable mentions. Now, sadly, honorable mentions, that means you will not be in the game. Some of the 8 finalists
We're not
also
gonna
will
be
not
in the
be
game,
included in the game. We're not going to pick 8 of you. There's a couple that were like 100% already. Yep,
That's happening. And it's not even, it is the simple ones. It was the really simple
yeah,
ones.
I don't know if we want to share that or not, but I can read. I can start with the honorable mentions.
Yeah, start with the honorable mention.
Okay, and these are in none of these are any specific order. Man, they brought the heat, and these are 2 people like who have both had their suggestions taken for other things before, and it's just they're good. Okay.
Now, we had a lot of crappy ones.
Yeah.
We had a lot where we're like,
When
guys,
you have
really
112, you're like,
seriously?
yeah, this is not great.
We told y'all to let Pewberry inform the outer kind of bounds of your taste, and some of you continued to.
Some of y'all just jumped
took
off
a
the
long
cliff,
hike after
and
that.
they're like, I'm going to go for it, and it did not win.
Okay.
You say.
Angela Tentacle Sprouts is an honorable mention. That was in discussion. We like that one. And Rob Lamberton, Schrodinger's Quantum Kibble. And
Yeah, that was great.
It was I don't have the tagline in front of me. I think it was something like.
Do I eat it? Do I not eat
is it food or is it not? But it was honestly, it's just a really long name.
And it was clever.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites. Okay, so these in no particular order. Actually, I'll just go up backwards on my screen, and they're not in order there.
So these are the 8 we will be choosing from. So
Yes.
you get the,
And I'm going to go with the most difficult to pronounce name first, and I am going to butcher it, so I apologize. By Louis d'Atoile, Canned Fleas, When You Itch for a Snack. Now, there may be some stuff that happens with that one if it ends up in the game, possibly.
yes.
Maybe.
But we liked that
Oh
one.
no, because Brett and I already have some ideas for some of these.
Recanned food, that was just it's basically leftovers.
Oh, who did that one? Because you named the first guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Carter Debison.
Okay.
Recanned food. Next.
Mrs.
I just
Caldwell
gotta
is
go-
in the chat.
Oh, okay. Hello, Mrs. Caldwell. Prayers out to your family. Keith Fleming, creamed corn dogs.
That's the
Man, I'm not
visual.
even gonna pretend we don't love that
The
one.
visual on that one.
Yeah, that one's making it.
Christopher Adams. Oh man, kudos to you. Freeze dried cheese fries. It's just fun to
It
say.
rolls off the tongue.
I don't know if it's more fun to say or be more fun to eat. I just don't know.
Cheese
We're going to find out in the
fries.
video coming
That's
soon.
right.
Say it 3 times quick and you can get it.
Stephen Reponent, I'm not sure. Gristle and Bits.
Yep.
Also
Fun,
a
simple,
lot of
I
fun.
like it.
Okay. This next one by Johnny Chu, I actually missed part of the title the first time. It's not listed as plop plop. It's listed as plop plop mmm. And I think I like plop plop better. Either way, we really like that
It
one.
comes from a cow.
Some of these we're coming up with our own taglines for.
That's a good thing. It means we're thinking about it.
Right. We've got a doctor here, Dr. Harvey O'Brien. Fizzy cabbage water.
God,
That's so vile.
Just the smell is what I'm picturing the most.
I can picture the when they boil cabbage, they would extract that water and then add seltzer to it.
I've had
It's just
sauerkraut juice before, and it's disgusting.
Well, because
Yeah.
boiled cabbage stinks so bad. So
Yeah.
imagine that drinking
Yeah.
that with fizz to it is just not a
It's
good
like
thought.
liquid kimchi, and apologies to anybody who I've tried to like that stuff.
That's the kind of canned food you don't even want to play during a round. Like, I'll just risk the open
Just throw
food.
that in the pile.
All right, and finally, but from James Batten, key lime pie. There were more of these that we liked. It was not easy to narrow it down. There were several that I really enjoyed.
That was it.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, this went by quick. That was 10.
What else?
That was 200.
Let's see what else. Just curious, are there any plans to release special rules, pamphlets, or even an add-on for Stuffed to make it playable as a fully co-op game?
We are taking suggestions as of this point on.
There we go.
So apparently someone's thought about it.
I've thought about it just now.
Now, well, the thing with that is, that's oddly enough, we get questions about expansions for that, and I just, to be honest, I don't even know where to begin to make an expansion for something like that, or a solo play. It's just because it's a dice thing. I don't know, but would we be open to hearing it? Yeah, Brent would love to hear your ideas.
Ugh, can't stand that game.
You know what, until Rick gets here, I'm just going to fill this space because it's
So
kind
I'm
of
constantly
silly.
turning around.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, if you guys have questions about Who Goes There Second Edition or anything that we've got certifiable, just let us know. Let's see here. We're not going to have any women in this game.
No.
There were none in the original property, and so it's just not going to happen. Sorry about that. You got the box.
You should be allowed to let the women in your life play.
Please.
Anyway. You should not stop them from playing.
Yeah, that's always a weird topic.
Brent refuses to play Tomb Raider. I'm like, why? He was like, I can't figure out where the man is in this game.
I really don't remember this conversation ever because it never happened.
Very Moore says, so no burial for breakfast. I'm the only one who ever tries the burial, and we're not going to put
I
it
liked
up.
that one.
You know what? If we
liked
do
that
put
one.
that in there, I'll have the Corey cartoon face.
Yeah.
All right, I think we just got another one added to the list.
Which means somebody else is
Somebody else is
going
going
to
to go off. Hey guys, what were the best ideas that didn't make it into Who Goes There 2.0?
Like, ideas overall?
I guess
Who
so.
goes- Well,
Women?
no, we never even had that idea. They said good ideas, Brent.
Oh my.
Wow.
Well, good night, folks. Click.
The numbers are dropping.
Oh god, oh god.
How did that happen after the
going.
Kickstarter's already closed?
Well, the entire thing, and not to preach this again, the entire thing was spawned around, built around the 12 card concept of 1 infected 11, and then it was a matter of how do we get these cards out. In fact, one of the guys over and over and over was suggesting or stating about the white card being cards being passed around. He made the comment.
Right. Yeah.
We actually started years ago with this concept of passing cards. So if you were to take one from me, you'd just pass a card from one of these 2 decks or whatever, but you would have to, what we have it broke down to being 100 and something cards per person for every possibility. It just,
Yeah.
and then we ended up going to tokens, like a pink one and a green one.
Oh, okay.
And we would show each other, and then Anthony devised, well, what if we combine that into one thing, and hence we had the clicker. But the entire game was based around that. There was at one point a sabotage element where you could poison things or tie people up with ropes, stuff like that, and even that, even that started going down that. I mean, be frank, been there, done that. There's a lot of those types of games for player elimination or.
You might have to talk louder. It sounds like the camera.
Nate says he can't
Nate
hear.
says he can't hear you.
Where's the camera at? Or
The camera's right there.
Okay. It's just that to make it a social deduction game, I frankly didn't want at some point a sabotage angle because there are several games like that. And to stay true to the book and movie in that case that is the entire point of being the thing. Is I don't want you to know. My objective is not different. I just now want to keep on doing what I'm doing and spread the infection. But as far as we went down several ideas and listening to backers, several ideas for 2.0 for the changes, such as doors, giving you XP, and the blood test and minus trash. There was a lot of things. There was things that frankly had us scratching our head at the very last minute going, oh, maybe that's not going to work because of this and that. So, but yeah, that for the most part, all the good ideas, I think, made it. And for obvious reasons, some of the other ones didn't.
Screech says, I'd like to know when I can expect my sugar pony tattoo design
Never!
for my next tattoo. Lady's choice of location. I tell you, Screech, that's interesting you bring that up because when we were releasing D6, I said, I was, and I still am really tempted to get a mesmerist tattoo on my arm. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see people get certifiable tattoos, as long as you guys wouldn't mind your artwork.
If he gets a sugar pony tattoo, we'll have to send him a free sugar pony game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's worth the $15.
It's almost the balance.
I feel like he's like, I'm going to get a huge one.
Something that's on your body for the rest of your life.
And a board game.
Well, not to mention the cost balance.
Sure.
I'm sure the tattoo's going to cost a lot more.
He's not doing it himself. He's like,
Prison style.
I think that's a sugar pony.
Is there anything about Sugar Ponies 2 that we have not said?
They want to hear
Everything. It's
Talk a little bit about it.
pretty lame. The 4 of us would sit down and play. this is one of the cases where a coin could be used as a first player marker. I am a gamer that, unless that game is perfect, I find the first player marker dumb. Not dumb, just useless, I guess. This would be the case where it would be smart to have a player with the first player coin, because if one of y'all pass me, because we are going in circles, at some point we might be spread out. So whoever has that coin represents the first player. So if you'd pass me, it'd be like passing baton. You'd take the coin. It's round and round you go. Players ahead of time set up how many cotton cards is going to end the game. So the first one that collects 5 or 10 or whatever wins. So we're passing each other up. By passing up the first player, you instantly gain a cotton card. By landing on certain spaces, you gain a cotton card. Players modify the board, but there's like 8 to 10 modifiers. Players will pick their favorite 4, so we can make more cotton cards. We can make go back and make negative, whatever. There are certain cards that make you do stupid things.
High fives,
high-fiving,
hugs.
hugging, making somebody if another player is smiling at this moment, so I might want to say something, or making you say what. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Man, people still are interested in it. I mean, we could save a lot of time and money by just making crappy games and kickstarting those.
Seriously.
Where have you been? That's what we've been doing.
Mr.
I mean,
Jones.
really crappy, not just the regular crappy stuff.
I like
Mr.
it.
Jones says, wait, Sugar Ponies is real? Yeah, the video was not a
Well, the fact that there's an add-on.
yeah, there's an add-on to it. It's real. You can buy it.
It's real.
They've
Doesn't
even
make it
created,
good.
and I was surprised you guys actually went ahead and created a coin for it. I wasn't expecting that. So
Well,
yeah.
I think the thing there is the Sugar Ponies coin, because Quest for the Cotton Corn is in the Ponies universe, and you're actually pony corns going around collecting these little happies. So the one side of the coin is the cotton corn, and the other side is the
Right.
sugar goat, one of the family members of the Sugar Ponies. So this coin goes to both games in the sugar. It's the Sugar Pony universe coin.
Are
Yes,
those
it's real.
are those man purses hanging on the wall? No, these are art satchels.
Yeah, Charles got us those for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Kind of cool. You can slide your little pencils in there and slide in a notebook. They're kind of fun. They add to it.
It's a quick grab if we want to jump out and go to the coffee shop. Everything's already packed in there.
I'm so going to put the Sugar Ponies games in the original
Trash.
Who Goes There box. I mean, if you want
perfect
to,
use for
yeah,
the
might as
original
well.
box.
Everybody's been wondering what are they going to do with their original
You watch.
infection
They're
level
gonna
box.
They're going to get D6, and in the center dial is going to be the unicorn or the.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
no, don't taint that game with this
All
one.
right, all you guys still suggesting names? No, we're done. We're done. Thanks.
Time has
Thanks
passed.
for playing. 10 a.m. this morning Central Time was the cutoff. We appreciate it. Let's see, Anthony, what do you got going on? You've done the inserts.
I still have things I have to fix on the insert. It's not production ready. It was just ready enough to show. Got a couple of things I'm still trying. I might try moving some things around a little bit, but for the most part, everything's gonna be Who Goes There until that's out the door.
Which could be a
I
while.
feel like I should have a laptop or something in front of me.
Maybe you
So-
should. How dare
I'm
you?
so naked.
Why don't you get
I can't hide behind my screen.
Let's see, what else is going on around here? We've got 2 games in the pipeline.
Yeah, our first published game is by published a fan base, whatever. Somebody brought a game to us at Gen Con and mentioned it before Gen Con, so we met up. We met up with I think we mentioned it before, met up with a handful of people pitching game ideas, and some of them were really good. Well, this one was from a fan of Orphans, and he's been working on a game for some time, and it's very simple, very cute, very thematic to everything that Endangered Orphans is. Some of you've heard of it. It's the House of Wrath. It's the card y'all have for Who Goes There ties into the House of Wrath, giving you more options or different options, I guess. For a lot of certifiable backers are very much about flavor text. So this is really for y'all. But yeah, Who Goes House of Wrath,
House of Wrath.
will probably be next, and then we have another one after that that's kind of ready to go. We're just waiting on other things.
So we've got them in the pipeline. We're not going to say exactly when they're going to hit Kickstarter. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with COVID-19, a lot of things going on that we're still trying to handle with the D6. So We can say soon, but I'm not gonna tell you an exact date. Screech wants to know, what other character skills did you play around with for the Who Goes There 2.0 expansion characters?
I don't remember. In all honesty, I think we kind of grabbed the favorite concepts.
Yeah, there's only maybe like 3 other characters in the whole book that we don't have.
No, I think that whatever player
Yeah,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, as far as characters
yeah.
and abilities.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of the main issue is at a certain point there's only so much we can tweak before we're just really breaking things
Or
to a point.
overpowering things.
Yeah, where you always can play with this character and pretty much break the game. We're trying to avoid that.
We have played, because for people who said it before, you have to use the cook and you have to use the doctor, so it doesn't really. So you might as well just be, playing with 2 others. That's, again, depends on the group, I guess. But
Yeah.
we have, especially, and I mean especially with the new revive system and all the little goodies we added, we played several times with just the new characters, and it worked out.
fine.
Yeah, then the tension, it wasn't about dying. It was about which one of us is infected. But I like a player. I don't like using him. It's too much responsibility. But I like when Kenner's involved.
Mm-hmm.
Canned food alone puts my mind at ease. That one will get me every time.
Yeah.
I hate not having. I will hang on to a can of food the entire game and take up that slot. But I think the only thing to answer that question, what did we try when we were messing around with? Was it Barkley, the radio operator?
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember, Anthony, when we first brought that up, it was a little more. He was different. Like, his board looked the same, but he had a different mechanic altogether. Remember, you had to do something to unlock the radios, and his entire mechanic was different, where he would make certain calls to certain rooms, but it became complicated for the sake of complication, of being different. So where we got it now, I like that character a lot. I love the support characters in games, so I was all about that.
Jeeves wants to know, does Rick hate you guys for adding the new 2.0 box to the campaign?
No, actually, to a point, I think he likes it
Yeah.
because
Saves.
it eases shipping a lot. Instead of sending 6 boxes or 5 boxes, depending on what you order, it's 1 box. So some of it makes life easier.
And it's that weird thing because, again, when we set out at this campaign and even into the campaign, we were not only not expecting to have a bigger and a different deluxe.
Yeah.
We were dead set against it. It just did not make sense. And it wasn't from lack of meeting about it or talking about it. It just didn't make sense. And it's weird because it's almost scary saying this because it makes it sound like the squeaky, wheel gets the attention, but it's we heard it and heard it and heard it to the point that I think like kind of goes in your head, like Anthony's back going, maybe
Right.
there it's just enough, and then all of a sudden it kind of starts making sense.
There's logical decisions and choices we make based on your request. Like, I was able to figure out how to just make 1 insert for the base game and then just use an extra one to make the deluxe so you could get the 12 characters. If we had to make 2 different inserts, then it never would have happened.
Right.
If it was 2 different inserts, 2 different size boxes, at that point it won't ever happen.
Because like with the like all of the 2-player sets, like have those become obsolete?
No, not at this point.
Okay, yeah, because that's something you have to take into consideration too. All the inventory we still have, we don't want to make that obsolete. Yeah. But like box covers, like people still talking about the Outpost box cover. At some point, do I think people would get it? Probably. But at this point, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 covers to
4
choose
different
from.
covers.
At that,
Come on,
it's like you got 6 covers, 7. I really want this. It's like at some point, you got to pull the plug and say, "I hope you're happy. Here's what we got." And for those of you who like the original, just hang on to the original.
Do backers of Who Goes There 2nd Edition only get the $25 deal for the pony and coin purchase? Yes.
Yes.
It's
It's
only
like
available
any
at that
add-on.
time.
Yeah.
except for in the future of April.
Yeah, but as long as they're still in at $1,
Yes.
Yes.
they get advantage of
But
it.
it's not like they can go to the store having nothing
Right.
to do with this and get that deal.
No, because it won't be.
It's not like a dice
afterwards.
cup or something where they could get it here
Well,
or
they
later.
won't get it at that price.
Right.
It's in the pledge manager though. The pre-order store.
Right.
Sorry.
Actually, Angela says Sugar Pony 2 will only be available at Halloween after PM closes. That's not true. Sugar Pony 2 will be available on April Fool's Day. The original Sugar Ponies
Is
will
only
only be
Halloween.
available on Halloween.
Part 1 is Halloween, Part 2 is April Fool's Day, so you'll have to wait once a year for these 2 games.
Yellowstone says, any news regarding shipping of this gym like 2 weeks from now? Nope, we said from the very beginning shipping is going to be this time next year. And depending on
That's
how...
our shit. That's a long time.
I agree it's a long time, but for right now we're trying to give ourselves a little wiggle room because, you still got to work on the rules and everything like that. There's a lot of work still left to be done.
Yeah.
But we'll try and
And at
do
best
what we
case
can.
scenario, we'll surprise them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but
The worst case scenario will be late and that won't surprise them.
no.
We didn't hit
not it.
either one of those stretch
No.
goals of being on time early.
And that's on you guys. That's not on us. We wanted to do it. That's on you guys for not making it
We're
happen.
not making $1 million.
Let's see. I can't wait for Sugar Ponies 3 during the Who Goes There 3.0 campaign in a few years. Patrick, shut up.
He said a few years.
Good
Like,
old
we're not going to
Patrick.
kickstart this 6 months from now.
Right.
The well's running dry.
Back to the
I
Who
can't
Goes There.
even see the possibility of another. Like this Sugar Ponies was that's a hard pill to swallow. So I'm
We're gonna
like,
be Who Goes
yeah.
There in Space. That's our next one. It's gonna be like Aliens.
Who
It's gonna
goes
be really
in
good.
space?
The humans going
There
to.
he is, finally.
Come on, jump in, Rick.
Get in camera. That's your seat
Yes,
over
sir.
there. He
Right
was
here.
just
Right
keeping
here.
it warm.
He was keeping it infectious.
You got plenty of questions to answer. We've been tallying them up.
Yeah.
Rick's like, great.
As a matter of fact, we could all just leave and you'll be on here for the next hour.
So anyway, fellas.
Rick, when does Backer Kit open and close?
And you have to speak decently loud because I can't even hear Jesse.
You can hear me. I got a big mouth.
So Backer Kit we'll probably open it up in about 3 weeks, no sooner. Certainly by the end of April, and I don't really close it until because I mean the whole idea is we want to get as many orders in as we can so we can know what orders to make with the manufacturer. But I don't really close it until right before we start shipping the thing. So it's not like, and especially with the way that the world is right now, there's a lot of economic uncertainty. I don't really want to rush anybody. I mean, so this is one that I'll probably be a little slower to close than even I have before. But even then, there are certain things that we will not have later. We do have the Kickstarter pricing on the pre-order store is going to stay true through April. That doesn't affect the Backer Kit or the survey that was asked, but I just want to keep it open as long as I can, just
That makes sense. I mean,
to make,
Yeah.
because a lot of people we need to get through this storm.
And they're at that dollar hoping.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm really grateful. Honestly, it was such a scary thing for me. I'm grateful that we have so many great backers that stuck with us through a time when I'm sure that there are a lot of people are out there wondering, what the next month has in store.
Yeah.
And also I'm glad that they didn't jump over to Frosthaven.
They did.
Yeah.
Well, like,
What is Frosthaven at, like 6 million now?
like their Bottle Top Chicks was like, oh, there's a lot of good games out right now. Man, did we pick a bad time to Kickstarter. It's a good thing we'll never do that again.
Screech says, Rick, you're my favorite. That's
Aw.
nice.
I'm feeling love.
Mr. Jones
It's
says,
the Sugar Ponies, isn't it?
It's gotta
Mr.
be.
Jones says, I backed Who Goes There too because I like how you guys stuck to your guns on the whole female character thing. Some games just don't have females and some just don't have men. Mr. Jones, I think you're missing the point.
No, Brent understands what you're saying.
So we got one that loves us, and
One's
yeah.
all about Brent's choices.
Aeon Grimm says, how have you guys been affected by the COVID outbreak? Well,
As of today.
our governor just handed down today a stay-in-place effective Friday at 5 for the next 2 weeks. It ends April 20th.
So Rick already got our sleeping bags and stuff, and
We're-
we'll be staying
we're-
here.
we're gonna
staying
come up
place.
with
Basically, we're gonna, as soon as everybody comes to work on a Friday, I'm gonna lock all the doors, make sure
Right.
nobody can leave, and then we'll just stay in place.
Just change
We
the
got like
doormats out. Just says "Home Sweet Home." There's gonna be like curtains up. And
We got a Little Caesars down the street. We're gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
Is Little Caesars going to be considered an essential?
Yeah, fast food. If
you're locked in, it will be.
As I said at the beginning, and most of you guys may not have been in here, there's going to be some changes around here, but we're going to still be putting out content. We're still going to be seen and visible on
I want to
social
see.
media.
What's the secret?
So you guys stay put,
Corey
and
will get to it.
we got stuff coming. What do you got, Hearn?
I was just somebody asked about since we mentioned Bottle Top Chicks, any plans for a relaunch?
Yes.
Funny they should say that.
There is a Bottle Top Chick relaunch?
No, let's say that.
I thought you
a
just said
question I
yes.
saw. No,
I was
no.
like, all right, I'm
I ain't
excited.
speaking for this. This ain't my. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about
If
it
we
in
could,
a
if we
number
could
of
get it
ways.
affordable.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, a lot of I think one of the biggest issues was I was just so enamored by the painted minis.
Yes, that's the
and
hard
that
part.
drove up the cost a little bit. That's my fault. But I saw what Anthony was doing with them, and
Just
that
kills me because if they, it's a thing. If they don't come out with the game, they never will. There's never going to be a point where we need to release those.
Yeah.
It hurts because
So
we
we've
have
been
the
looking at
coolest
options.
minis.
Yeah,
Opportunities
we got two
to-
of them right there.
It's a fun game. That's the bummer to me. I mean,
So I'd like to figure out another. I mean, that's one of the things that we've been talking about is like D6 is a very highly produced game, not unlike Who Goes There, and we kind of were following that suit with Bottle Top Chicks. But if we can figure out a way to do really just kind of step back, say, look, it's really more about the mechanic and the gameplay, and make a game with standees instead of
or fridge
bottle
magnets.
cups.
fridge
Bottle
magnets.
cups.
Fridge magnets.
Yeah, you just take one move every morning when you wake up and open the fridge.
So and if we do take this route, it might not even be a Kickstarter. We might just contact the people who are already backing Bottle Top Chicks and say, come and get it.
Yeah, and it might be a situation where even if we don't actually do a Kickstarter, we'd probably go ahead, and if we do it again, we're going to just commit to doing it. So it'd be a funding goal of like $1, and then we would probably put it in, back again for other future games.
Yeah.
That's kind of an easier.
So stand by on that, and we'll see how it pans out. 'Cause we've already
Fridge
done
door
so much
chicks
work on it.
confirmed.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Fridge door chicks confirmed.
Old FDC making us rounds.
Fridge door.
That's funny.
What else we
The
got?
visual for that is completely different than the models we have out there.
Mr. Jones 77. I appreciate you chiming in, but now you're asking Bottle Top Chicks, brother, where you been? Come on now, let's get on the ball.
What is a
here.
bottle top chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hang in there, and we're still playing around with that because the best part of that is the game is done. Like the cards are done, the board, everything is done, the box is done. So it's just a matter of how do we replace some of the components to really lessen the price to make it what y'all want. So
So
hang in there.
did y'all already go through and pick out the canned food and all
Yeah,
that kind
we
of stuff?
did.
So what did we end up with?
Everything you didn't want.
We narrowed it down to 10, our top 10 that we're going to choose from. So we just let them know what those
Oh, okay.
8 plus the 2 runners up. And so
Okay, good. Did mine make it?
no.
Yours.
But ironically, his made it, and it was after the fact. The Derios,
Right, my burial.
Beriolas, is that what it was?
Burial, yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
burial.
What?
I thought you said
Cereal.
Beriolas.
No, burial.
Beriolas. What is this areola you speak of?
Easy.
She wants awesome minis. Cyber Taniwa.
What kind of awesome minis?
I don't know. She said, "I want the awesome minis. Give me my upgrades."
Okay.
Was she
We offered
he
minis in
slash
Bottle
she
Top.
part of the Bottle Top Chick campaign?
I don't
That
think so.
sounds
I think
familiar.
Yeah.
We
I
did.
remember
This
you
is
making
BTC.
joke of the name in an update.
Of what? Which bottle top or?
Cyber Taniwa. Or something.
Yeah, BTC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Well, but
They
see,
were.
Jesse's like he's thinking.
I thought that
he's
was
like,
the backer's name.
he's
No,
like,
it's a username.
well, he said, "Wait, can you, I made a joke." He said, "Well, that doesn't narrow it down at all."
I know. That's everything I said during that campaign.
So yeah, we'll see about BTC minis with the game, and there's a lot still up in the air about that
Yeah.
one.
We'll just sell minis only.
Yeah.
You just buy cool minis and. do
And then
whatever
here's
you
this
want
really
with them.
cheap game you can apply to
You
them.
could work with. What else? The store, if you guys haven't gone to check out the store, we got shirts. We got a shirt with key on it. It says rule check for all you key marks out there.
Yeah.
We got a disaster nuts. We got a dog mud. We got some D6 ones.
Some coffee cups.
We got a
pillows,
D6 fitted cap.
Did you put
that's
the phone
embroidered.
covers on there?
I
Phone
did.
cases?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Dog mud phone cases, disaster nut phone cases for iPhone and Samsung.
And Patrick's already tapped into that.
Mm-hmm.
He's already gotten a handful of stuff.
Matter of fact, a lot of times I don't even know what we put on the store until I get a notification that Patrick bought it.
Thanks, Patrick.
We appreciate it, Patrick. Void Angel says, Jesse, I'd like instructions as to how to become your nemesis or nemesis. Nemesi? What is?
You're already working on it.
Well, that should
There
be
you go.
pretty, that should be pretty easy. All you have to do is ask for something.
Over and over and over.
again.
Am I your nemesis?
You want
No.
No?
We segue into it.
What was that?
We're just wanted to show them some cool stuff.
Okay.
Is that
What do you
cool?
want to show?
What stuff?
His office.
Well, we wanna kind of gauge
Oh, that.
people's interest on other
yeah.
projects because we all like to do different things, and obviously I enjoy figures. So let me go grab some stuff.
Grab some stuff. I got your camera ready to go when you get back. We got all the cans up there. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Any chance
Till
of
Brent starts
a
eating them.
pixel case in the store, says Dave. Dave, as soon as the company lets me know, they've talked about having Google phone cases coming very soon. So stay tuned. Hopefully we will have some for
Somebody made a
Google,
pixel art case.
but I would not expect for anything else as far as some of the other
So one of the neat
Huawei
things
and
about
stuff.
so Corey's been actually working on the store for some time, but we had to wait for our VAT registration to go through, which was a royal pain. But it is through, so now we can sell it anywhere, which is good.
Good sound.
Huh?
Damn it! Oh God! We
But
will not be
also-
showing you anything.
But also, it was always kind of a scary thing because with some of the merchandise, this having to pre-order and everything. So this is all a lot of print-on-demand stuff, which allows us to be a lot more flexible.
There once was a guy who said, "You don't know what the hell you're doing when it comes to logistics."
That's
and,
true.
And what was it? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out
Well,
there.
just the
Rick.
fact that I don't learn.
Get your stuff together.
There it is.
Yeah, I
Start apologizing.
I didn't learn. I kept using Games Quest, even though it was clear to everybody that they were going to have to shut down 3 years ago.
Someone wants to know, is there any more plans on streaming, recording, any more playthroughs of Who Goes There? Absolutely.
No.
We'll do... Okay, nope, we're not doing it. You know what? Chuck you, Farley. We're not doing it.
Well, I think Jesse just said he's not going to do it.
Oh, okay. Let me
He
clear
hasn't
that
done
up.
it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing some streaming.
Who Goes There streaming we've got coming. Some D6 playthroughs with rules and a few other things added in is going to be coming soon.
Yeah.
Matter of
So-
fact,
That's our next
I think,
big project.
I think we should start streaming the next Who Goes There playthrough 4:30 on Friday.
Just enough to lock us in.
Rick, every
And
now
just
and then,
like
get the
that,
hell
you're
zinger
mine.
going.
I mean, I think that's a fair request.
Patrick says, Corey, any chance of a mug that says "shut up" so I can get my fix in while you guys are in lockdown? Yes, Patrick. Yes, there is a chance. I will scribble on a mug "shut up," and I will charge you $25, and then I will send it to you.
With
and it'll be
crayon,
broken.
so when he pours the hot coffee in,
It just melts off.
Well,
The real CD Marie says you guys should be producing enamel pins of your game
That
characters.
sounds ridiculous.
Low
That,
cost
why would we
produced,
ever do
very
that?
trendy.
That sounds
You know what?
stupid.
They were enamel pins in Bottle Top Chicks.
What did she say?
We should
CD
make
Marie
enamel
says
pins.
we should do enamel pins.
Speaking of
Ready?
CD,
Here it comes.
so the idea
He pulls up a
the
bottle
idea
top.
is I'd like to do some figures / pins, and I just want to gauge some interest to see what everybody would be interested or not interested in. So what we have here is, are we on me?
Yep.
Okay, so what we have here is we have some enamel pins of our lovely little friend / office cat, Beast.
Anthony, bring it down towards you along that lip a little bit more. Yeah, baby.
Okay, so we have some enamel pins. We have little Beast eating, we have him sleeping, and stuff in his face,
Tilt him just a little bit more down.
like that.
A little bit more. There you go.
You get some
Perfect.
glare.
Yep, that's it.
So the idea is I would like to mainly gauge everyone's interests to see, what would they be interested in buying something like this? Because obviously our fan base is predominantly game related. So just wanting to find out if everybody would be interested if we produced actual just collectibles. How many of those can we, gauge would
Heather
would
Barnes
that
says all of it. CD Marie says absolutely. Angela says yes. Dave says very yes. Oates says yes. Stickers, please.
And it just
What about
Void
Rob and
Angel
Paul?
says my girlfriend just told me I have to buy them.
Rob didn't say anything.
Rob's not on
Can
here.
you give me? Am I good on glare?
Yes, that's it right there.
So basically, the idea also is
Bring it down
yeah,
right there.
that's just to show that it's color. You have a white, you have the little pink plush cheeks, and the idea would be to have a figure for each one of the pins. So series 1 at this point has 3 pins. Could be more, could be less, depending on when we figure all that out. But each figure has a pin and a sticker and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, this kind of, I know some of y'all know this before because we've talked about it, but there's a reason why the company's not called Certifiable Games, and this is something that was told to me before I ever worked here, was, that this is
entertainment.
it's a creative, eventually, as, wants to expand, we want to expand more outward into a creative studio of, other creative properties, and this
Well,
is kind of our
you
first
writing
little...
Verona, that's going to be something you're going to dive into,
Yeah.
and that's not a game, at least at this point, but that's a fun series of stories that you're going to have a big part in.
Mm-hmm.
What am
Do
I
you know
going to do,
about
Jesse?
that?
You're going to get it out there in shelves.
We're doomed!
You go to dance, Rick. We're gonna have a dance show. Screech says I'm down for all of it. We knew you would be, Screech. So yeah, guys, this is just a couple of things that we're thinking about, and Anthony's been really hard at work at this, and to watch him create these things, and especially the little 3D model beast, and there's a couple other things that he's working on that you haven't seen yet. Really awesome stuff. We get as excited about these as you guys do until Rick breaks them.
That's why you can't touch them.
And we don't let him touch them anymore.
But I wanted to touch him.
Yeah, that's what, when I was in Anthony's office talking to him about this earlier today, I think he got the mistaken impression that when I was talking about, so what's happening with this stock right here? Are we going to sell this stuff? Really what I wanted him to say was, yes, Brent, you can have some. And I've yet to hear him say that.
Slim Jimmer says Rick
course you
should
can
make
have
a
some.
Sugar Ponies cartoon.
All right on it.
I mean, actually, it is.
That's not really what I was
That actually, we do.
Good job, Brent. I wish I could. When is this stuff for sale, Anthony?
I don't have any more. They're all gone.
Damn you, Brent.
Until we get to enough fans to actually say, yeah, I'll get it, then we'll make some.
I really like that
Stuffed-
Mom statue in your office.
If we had stuffed characters, that would be awesome too. That might be interesting.
Now this, I was trying to think of how to, because the Catalyst is technically Beast mascot,
Yes.
so it's they're all the same character. Just the Catalyst is Beast, but the Catalyst was the element that holds everything together, which is great because like the character there, you got the on the puzzle is why I bring that up. Which is also on the store.
What store?
Our store.
Others? No, they're in
Target.
the backroom kit.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we still have them on the. So right now, the D6 pre-order store is technically still up. It's actually just an order store now. We have not released the Catalyst store or the the Catalyst puzzle or the Ash
Okay,
puzzle
well
yet.
those will be coming soon, hopefully, if we can get this going. But yeah, it's because it's the same cute character, but it's actually a 800 piece puzzle, 700 and something.
Yeah.
759.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
You ever take a piece?
Well, I actually have one of the puzzles on my dining room table.
Nice.
Not very far along.
Which one?
The hero one.
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's
Oh
a fun one.
jeez. We worked on that hero one for a good week,
Yeah.
didn't we? All
Yeah.
every time.
Well,
any
We
of
all
us
the
would take
characters
lunch.
done, then we had the stripes in the middle. Like, okay, I'm done.
Yep. Screech says, oh no, CD Marie says, didn't you have some Hollywood muckety muck interested in stuffed? What's going on with that, if you can say?
Last I heard, still are, or still is interested. The very end of the year, I heard from him, and he was basically saying, "Do you want to talk about it now, or wait until next year?" Into next year, and I said probably best next year because he was just catching us, in a busy point, especially with the holidays. So in theory, the last I heard is yes, that the writer, not director, the writer.
He's both.
Oh, he is director.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
writer director, Scott Moore.
So yeah, Scott Moore. So the director is interested in doing something. He has a vision for Stuffed. He really likes Stuffed, so he wants to take that further, and we'll just see where that goes.
Screech says, I have an idea that's something a little ... Western ... to send your way in the next few weeks. Screech, by all means, bring it on. Dave wants to know, will the puzzles be in the Who Goes There Pledge Manager?
It's a Rick question.
That's a Rick question.
No, I mean, there's really no. Honestly, I don't know why we would. I mean, we can, but
At this point, we can go to the store. We couldn't
yeah,
do
we
that
can just put it
before.
on the store.
Right, because
we
otherwise
have
you're
them.
waiting
Exactly.
to get your game, to
Yeah,
get your puzzle.
that's one of the
that
things I'm
already
still
is-
trying to learn a little bit is, it's great to put them in there for those people that are trying to work out bulk shipping, but with the games, like it's easier with like Stuffed and Endangered Orphans and things like that, where you can actually put other items in the box. But once like D6,
That is the box.
it is
yeah.
the box. So and then it becomes another shipment. So I actually started to feel bad about making some of the people that order the original Who Goes There wait, because they did it with a good intent, but it's kind of. So I don't know. I mean, now that we
it
have
would just
our
make more sense for them, like you said. That way,
Just
if
go ahead
you
and
want to
do
get a
it,
puzzle, you don't have to wait until your
Right.
game. Just go to the store. So,
right.
We'll kick it around. We'll see what happens. You
I
never
think
know.
I pretty much just said no.
Yeah, that'll. No, but for your benefit, no. That way you.
No,
They'll be
I'm
in
just
the
kidding.
store then?
Yeah, I mean, we do need to put it in the. We do need to put it on the our certifiable site.
What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
The puzzles.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're not on there right now.
Yeah. So there you go.
And also, we got those. We need to figure out what we're going to do with those catalyst.
Oh
pushes,
yeah,
too.
yeah. Those are
Are we
really
going to hold on
cute.
to them, or are we
It's
going
during
to?
the Kickstarter.
Huh?
during
This
the
one.
Kickstarter.
That's right.
To sell
When's that
them.
going to happen?
Whenever enough of these people say I want it.
Was it going to be after Orphans or?
I have,
Yeah, that'd be a
I
good
have
bundle.
No
The
big
puzzle,
plan.
the plushie, the cat. That'd be a really
Yeah,
cute
that was
bundle.
the main thought. Is it's more add-ons.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm
T-shirt
trying
at that point.
to figure out, and just because I mean we do have plans for other Kickstarters wanting to get going, but I mean just trying to think about. I think that we got really lucky to have such a great support on this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with a lot of people that were really looking forward to the upgrade, as well as we have a lot more new backers than I quite frankly expected on this on Who Goes There. But I mean, it's really just kind of a question of obviously there's still an appetite for Kickstarter during this COVID business.
Yeah.
At least for now.
At least for now. So it's just kind of, so I guess we just keep trucking,
Well, it's not like it's super easy for us to just not.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, but also it's a respect thing. I mean, I want to make sure that, because again, I got so many emails or so many direct messages asking, and actually we had, some of the canceled pledges that we had to manage through. Went ahead and sent out a email to some of them saying, hey, look, just in case it was a financial thing, you can always get in at $1 and we'll work with you. Try to keep you in there, because especially when you're in the pledge manager, it's a lot easier for us to work out the during Kickstarter prices for changing pledges and stuff. But I mean, I know you've been working really hard on the next Orphans.
Yeah, that one's so close
Have
to.
you talked about that at all?
Yeah,
A little bit.
I mentioned it because I forgot even what brought it up. Those are my next Kickstarter projects, and I was saying because was it Screech just made the comment about pitching a cowboy idea.
Yep.
That's how House of Wrath got brought up. Was somebody pitching an idea they thought it'd be perfect for our style, and that's how we got it. And speaking of, not to go down this rabbit hole, but our Brazilian connection.
Oh yeah.
Hadn't really talked about that, nor will we, but we have a Brazilian connection for something that's going to make.
He just said we weren't going to talk about it.
I'm not talking about what it is. But
I'm not talking about the Brazilian connection, but if I were,
Yeah, if I were, I'd mention the who of that project and the what of that project would make a few of them wet their beds. So
I've already wet my bed.
I
I
wet
didn't
my
even know
pants
anything
thinking about
about it.
wetting my bed.
Cyber Taniwa says some 3D printed burdens would be awesome. Yeah. Might be interesting. G says Jesse was about to tell us when the next campaign is going to launch. No, he wasn't.
Didn't we just launch it?
The next one. This was the next one. Right?
No, I mean,
As soon as we
we
can.
actually joked around about as soon as this who goes there
Right, just
is
jump
gone,
next.
then just go ahead and right into the next
The
one. But
beauty of Orphans is it's done and tested before it even hit our hands. We added, again, we know for the most part our core backers like the flavor of thematic flavor of games. So I went into it, and the main thing I added was not mechanical. It was like the Fate board and the Runaway cards. To give you both art and extra flavor to give you little something to sink your teeth in, but it's the game is so done.
But we're also going to be reprinting.
We're
We're going to be backing off because, like, when we first kickstarted Endangered Orphans, it was a 2 to 3 player game. Then it just kind of expanded to 4 and then 1 and
the
then
Backy Buller.
And then we
Backer
put all
Bully.
the expansions in there. So we're going to kind of break that apart a little bit because one of the issues that we have right now is we're out of inventory.
Yeah.
We have no more Endangered Orphans. We have I think there are a couple here and there, but we can't really.
So that'll be the goal is House of Wrath and the relaunch of Endangered Condell Cove the way it was intended to be a 1 to 3 player game. With an expansion of the 4th player, last winter Benny Harris out in the cold and stuff. So
it'll be $6 for the game and $300 for the original box art.
Right.
Oates says, "Coffee. I liked printing the little Anthony Mini. Will there be any more STL files for sale?"
As soon as he finds them.
Yeah, you never know. We had fun doing that. That was really one that we thought about it, and then an hour later, Anthony had it ready, and we threw it out there as that little joke. And I think we sold maybe about 20 of them.
I bet he had that thing ready for 2 years, just hoping.
Right.
He designed himself
Hoping
2
for the
years
chance
ago.
to hide it somewhere. That
But
nobody
now
would buy
that
it.
STL file downloading stuff is becoming more predominant in Kickstarters, people seem to now be having their own 3D printers and stuff. You never know what's going to happen. So just kind of stay tuned, and if we can figure some stuff out, we probably will.
We mentioned if we eventually got to us as the Lil Jesse, Lil Rick, Lil whatever, and doing like, I think we talked about the game of life. That's certifiable, where you pick your employee and you go around, you basically make them go bankrupt,
go to jail.
So, and that'd be what they would do is it would be a print to play where they'd buy these little minis, but they'd print off the game itself. That would be just ridiculous.
Yeah. Angela says bigger box for EO. Shut up, Angela.
It'd be smaller box for EO. Jeez,
Much smaller.
Gear Matter says, would there be any Endangered Orphans plushies in the future?
Ooh.
That's Charles.
It'd be nice to have a Boogeyman plushie.
I don't know. We had that Boogeyman blanket we got for CD. That was
That's a lot of
insane.
detail for
That's a lot of detail.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't have to do it.
Beast, what about a
Very
Beast
copy.
coffee mug? A Beast coffee mug could happen now that Anthony has some art style that he's kind of going
Well, I
towards.
guess technically we
That's-
could just.
Yeah, we
Because
could throw one of those
I
in
have the
there.
one in the kitchen of the death of a salesman or whatever it was, and that was based after Beast, the white cat.
Life
yeah.
of a-
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
it? The 9 Lives of a Salesman.
CD Marie says, I still sleep with that blanket,
Yeah,
and it
it's-
was Coffee the Clown.
It's jacked up. Oh yeah, because there was Coffee the Clown, which was creepy.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the Nance, and that one is that's
Yeah, the Nance one is
horrifying.
Yeah,
that,
the
she
stringy
is, that is
hair
not
and
the kind of
everything.
shit I want to see on my bed at night. Oh, you see that?
do.
on my bed.
Wait, no.
That is so messy. I can say that. Brady's home right now. And
Brady does not keep up with this
She
stuff.
has a
I didn't hear my
secretary
phone go off in the back.
Brady's about to make the stay-at-home happen
I was
tonight.
about to say, I'm about to shelter in place immediately. A different place.
Oates says he would buy a copy of Life, the CS edition. Of course you would, Oates.
Yes, of course
you would.
It'll come with a tank.
Bigger game crossovers for the future.
We have crossovers. What the hell? Who is that?
Crazy Cole 5.
Crazy Cole, you know damn well we have crossovers in every game. What's wrong with you?
So there, in your face.
And he's like, no. Bigger cross. He opens up like who goes here and there's a copy of stuffed. Yes.
Yeah, Gear Matter is Charles, and Charles was the one who did the voice in our latest Sugar Ponies video. So big thumbs up to
Golly
Charles for
gee,
that.
Charles.
Yep, golly gee, Charles.
He'll also be one of the doomed children, Hambone, in House of Wrath, so you can kill Charles on your own. I know I will.
Congrats. I don't know. Should we, Let's
Key
see.
will be in there too, right?
Milton, the third.
Oh yeah, Keys in there.
Milton?
Isn't it? Miles.
We have a it's interesting because as we all kind of found out, and I kind of figured it might happen, but there are a lot of people out there who are afraid of puppets, just like people are afraid of clowns, and we had to start doing this disclaimer in front of our videos because there are people who are like, you need to warn me if your Key is going to be in this video because I'm very afraid
See,
of
at first,
these things.
I'd like to just think I don't want to watch him because he's annoying.
Yeah.
Because I could buy that, but
Right.
I'm like, are you scared of him?
Yeah,
now?
people are there's legit phobias about puppets.
I believe you mean fabricated Americans. Which is
He's
what
a,
that was
he's
not.
a felty.
I
beg
wish
your
I knew.
pardon, sir.
Yeah, somebody said that in one of the comments. Fabricated American. I was like,
Yeah, it's
man,
pretty good.
I meant to go back and look it up. I loved that. I didn't rub it in Key's face though.
So yeah, we're glad you guys like Key, with big air quotes.
I like Key.
And to tell a tale, Rick was legitimately upset when Key got it handed to him by Anthony. Like, Rick saw the video first, and you could see he was broken-hearted
Well,
about
it wasn't even
poor
that.
Key.
It was the look at us waiting. He goes, "Okay, what's the real ending?" We're like,
Well,
"That's it." No, seriously.
It was
Jarring.
It was one of those
pretty
weird because when I saw the video, but I didn't see him shooting it. I mean, I was so torn up because number one is I saw it and I couldn't help but laugh.
And then he felt guilty.
But then I was thinking to myself, holy crap. Everybody's going to think Anthony is a complete ass.
He gave him a
I mean-
conjunction.
I mean, and then
And realize Anthony's his hero.
I just wasn't sure if it was going to come across. And then it turns out that all of our backers are complete asses.
Right.
All the backers really wanted to slam his head on the table.
And
I'm
I
really
didn't know
surprised
that.
that we haven't seen that image become a meme
Right.
that's being
Wow.
used around the internet.
Somebody
Yeah.
get on that.
Yeah, you guys are really slacking on that. Other than BTC, do you
Not a
have
meme, a
any
little GIF. A GIF.
GIF, whatever you want? Do you have any game ideas that you feel are just not ready for the game community?
We have some that we don't feel are ready for our table because we can't figure it out. But I don't think there is a game, unless they mean thematically, because Brent wanted to do a COVID game, and I'm like, dude, too soon. So
You know, there's a really popular Kickstarter right now. What?
I don't remember having any of these conversations ever.
Did you not?
Yeah, I didn't-
No, I think there's a playing cards, COVID playing cards.
Oh, really?
That is actually for a fund. I think that I didn't
Oh,
see it.
fundraiser.
I think
That's what
it's
Brent was
to
talking
help
about.
as a fundraiser, and it's actually doing pretty well. I think
Right on.
That's actually kind of cool.
it was somewhere buried below all of the Frosthaven things.
Right.
Good
Good cause, fun game. Good cause, fun game.
There's Tabletop Simulator
Oh,
out there.
kinda.
If you guys
COVID.
have not invested in
What?
Oh yes.
Yeah. If you guys have not invested
That's
in
funny.
Tabletop Simulator, there are some people in our Discord who goes there almost every weekend, and I know that they've implemented a lot of these second edition changes into that. So if you guys want, jump on our Discord channel, which you can find linked in the FAQ.
Okay.
But also you can just go to LINK, go to Linktree /Certifiable Studios. All of our links are there, so you can join Discord. You can jump on there with Tabletop and play Who Goes There.
A lot of our backers are living in that room.
A lot of them are doing that.
I really like this, Anthony.
Ash to Bone, I was excited for that one.
I'm not.
I don't know that Ash to Bone has ever really gone far in development, has
Well,
it?
it was done.
actually-
it was done,
Okay.
and then it got broke mechanically.
Thanks to
and,
Anthony.
Well, any gamer at that point, you realize.
Didn't you break it?
Well, Wes and I
Yeah,
played
was,
it.
and it just wasn't doing
Yeah,
right.
Just fell in a perfect.
Well, then
happenstance.
we had somebody working on it for a year.
A year and had zero results, really.
Well, they thought it was done.
Yeah, but it wasn't the game I wanted to brand. So, but the art could always live on. I don't know that it will. But if anybody gets upset for not having an Ash to Bone, I guess we could tell them if it weren't for Ash, this place wouldn't exist. That was the entire starting point, foundation for Certifiable Studios was to get Ash to Bone going. And lo and behold, here we are years later with no Ash to Bone.
CD Barry says, what about American Stickmen?
That was never meant to be a game. That was that's just a graphic novel or a whatever novel. It's just a story concept, which is done.
Yeah. So yeah, what else we got going on? I'm trying to think of. We've already talked about
Guess we
Wrath.
talked in
We've
it,
already
yeah.
talked about Backer Kit. We already talked about sugar ponies too. Tell you what, guys, if you got anything else, we'll stay on for about another 5 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions, if you want Anthony to show off that sweet, sweet beast art again, we can do that too. But otherwise, we just really appreciate you guys
Yeah.
contributing
was a good
and
time.
sticking
Yes.
with us
A
through
lot
all
of fun.
this.
We always have fun on the campaign, so.
Team Ellis says maybe a deck builder for Ash to Bone. A journey through hell to fight for your soul.
That's not even a story. Tell me to shut
Right,
up.
that's stuffed. Stuffed isn't finding your soul. Come on. You've kicked around some deck builder ideas for a while now.
Yeah, I'm still half-ass playing with one. I like the deck builder with resource management. It just those two things are finding they contradict each other or they negate each other. But the system I have with Ash, I liked it a lot because it wasn't a deck builder, but it was a artificial. It was like the AI was in 3 decks, and you'd flip the cards, and it would tell you exactly what was coming up. And I really like the concept. Just everything else around it kind of fell apart.
Oates says, Jesse, can you talk about metal?
Yeah, because I can thematically talk about it more than anything. Metal is military enforcement tactics and logistics, and it's inspired by it's a cross between like District 9 and Battle for Los Angeles, which I love. Again, monster military stuff, but the concept is like if Anthony and I were to sit down and play Metal, one of us is the military and the other was the aliens, and we're each going through blocks zoning, trying to find I'm trying to find survivors while he's trying to eat the survivors, and we're on 2 separate boards, 2 separate grids traveling through them, and he is going to be ambushing my cities or my buildings that I'm exploring looking for survivors, while I'm doing the same with him. I'm setting up ambush points where my military is going to save the survivors on his side. So it's kind of it in a nutshell, again, thematically. But playing around with it, certain things start changing where it might just be military, and then neither of us are playing the aliens. We're just planting the aliens on the other side. And there was even talk of I mentioned like Olympus Has Fallen, or Board Game Has Fallen, or whatever it was. This game has fallen, where same exact thing, but like it could be anything. It could be terrorist and this squad coming in. Very, very. I mean, Olympus Has Fallen, or Call of Duty, or name your genre, your Rambo. Bad guy versus good guys, and then the bad guys could be replaced with your terrorists or your aliens or your whatever team. So. That's about it, really.
J4370 says, any plans for conventions this year if they're still on?
Ooh, I wouldn't imagine it would be.
No.
Well, we just got an email from Gen Con this week.
That would have been the only planned one.
Right.
Gen Con says that they're just playing it by ear right now. I know everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously, there's nothing before that. I'm assuming Origins has been.
I wouldn't see that one.
I mean, that's the thing. Even if they said yeah, who's gonna go?
Right. So we're in Gen Con. We have our booth, but I'm not sure what the
Is it a 10 by 10?
reality is. Yeah, it's just small. I mean, the thing with Gen Con is we want a bigger booth. So we're going to stay in Gen. We're going to keep
Until we get
going and going and going until they allow us to get a bigger booth.
Well, hopefully, given the situation, even if nobody goes, we can still keep our spot, so we don't lose.
Yeah,
them
I
by
don't
not
think
going.
that's going to be an issue because we've already paid for it and everything.
Right.
So, but we're hopeful.
So next year, hopefully.
If not this year, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's been talk of Essen as well. Oh, I'd love to. All of us really would love
Sure,
to go
Essen
there.
would be
We're still
That
trying to
is
figure out the
big
convention thing.
PAX. You
Yeah.
guys have done one of the PAXs, Unplugged.
Unplugged, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, who knows, guys? If
Well,
you
we
know,
did South a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
Unplugged
but-
myself.
Yeah.
if you guys have cons that you'd like to see us in, let them know and let us know.
But honestly, I mean, it might even be a situation because cons are tough for us right now because, when you ship all of the inventory, it costs thousands of dollars, and not to mention, so it might even be a situation where we just go, maybe run some games, not really worry about the sales aspect because that would be Because it's an
gotta pay
exhausting
enough
game.
coupons.
The cons are absolutely, when you're running it,
We want it.
exhausting.
We're going to always do Gen Con if it's around, so because we want to build that up. But the other ones, it would be fun. I think
In all
we need
honesty,
to
it's
become
meeting people, like we've said.
Yeah, because that's really what the highlight of it is.
Backers coming up to us
Right.
and saying, "We love your videos, we love your games." That's the rush, and that's the reason I like to go. You want to go to make money, but I mean, you don't bank. I mean, not when you're us. You don't bank there, but the reward is person after person coming up, saying that they like our stuff is really, really cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you for backing Who Goes There. Lots more stuff coming. We will keep you updated as best we can during this time. And as always, if you guys have any questions, you know where to hit us up on all the social medias. Go check out the new website and store, certifiablestudios.com, and stay tuned because more stuff coming down the line. See you later.
Thanks, everybody.